right, welcome back to Adobe Live. And I'm joined now for the night shift by Victoria Ivaldy.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello, Victoria. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yes?
Yes. Ready to begin?
Ready to begin, right? Ready to begin with the night shift. Because yes, we're streaming live from Paris, and this is why we call it the night shift, because this is the shift from 10 p.m. to midnight. So thank you for being here at this late hour.
It's okay.
But we want to cover as much as we can, you know, as much of the world as we can. And
but I have the Spanish schedules. So that's okay.
Yes, you're on Spanish time, right? Because you work in Barcelona.
I'm working and studying in Barcelona.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Cool. Okay. So so in Barcelona you eat like at 10 p.m., 11 p.m.
More. Yeah. As a student, a lot of time I hit like 3 p.m. or 12 p.m.
Yes.
it's quite
okay. So
difficult.
This is nothing unusual for you.
No, it's okay. It's perfect.
Okay. Actually, I've met Victoria last year at the Off Festival, at the Off Conference in. I say Off Festival because it used to be I was volunteer. Yes, now it's off. Yes, at the Off Conference in Barcelona. And you actually participated to some portfolio reviews, right? If I'm correct?
Yes, I was participating in 5 minutes to show like my portfolio. Very like from like this.
I think you did it twice, right? You had, or just once?
Yes, twice I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember who reviewed your portfolio?
The art director of Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yes, and Karl Sprague. Yes, Karl Sprague. What a person, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
And Paula Scher.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's
I think so.
So did you get good feedback on your portfolio from them?
Yeah. It was good, and I could increase my English with this. It was quite difficult to have a live like in English before the people. But yeah, it was a good experience, and now I'm here, so perfect experience now.
Having your portfolio reviewed by Paula Scher and Karl Sprague, that's not bad at all.
No.
So hello chat, hello everyone, and welcome back. Yes, it's the night shift, William, and so what are we going to be talking about today? Oh well, first let's have a quick look at some of your work, and let's introduce some of the things that you've done. Here we go.
So I want to introduce me. Like I'm a graphic designer, but I'm also considered as an art director. I used to play I used to approach my work in a playful way, using like unconventional contents, and all the time I used to have like to use an ironic tone, not to interact with the people. And I also I have a keen on editorial, and because it's the only disciplines of graphic design that you can combine typographies, pictures, and you can play with the colors and all the things.
And images and
images. Yeah, like I think it's oops.
We have even viewers from Sydney. Okay, so I think again, like let's do a quick round in the chat. Where are you guys all from? And let's cover all continents, including Antarctica.
Yeah. So yes, I like to play to do ironic things, and I also this is my website, and I also make photographies.
So you use your own images.
I love colors, and I love photography, and this is one Tumblr I have for all my photographies. As you can see, I love playing with the colors and that. So today I'm gonna talk about this. Yes, better. This magazine, which is an avant-garde and eccentric magazine, and it's for women to look like a new vision of the the society by rediscovering the fashion. So it contains like conventional articles. It talk about some figures, some personalities who inspire the society by rediscovering fashion and by showing new movements, new position. No? With this magazine, I made also a catalog, and today I'm gonna continue this magazine and show you some parameters in editorial, because editorial today it's quite difficult to have success because there is a lot of magazines about all the themes, and with the success of digital, you have to know some parameters to differentiate from the other from the society, no? So I'm gonna explain you some parameters of editorial. First of all, you have to know that the investigation, it's 50% or 40% of the process. It's very important to keep on this investigation and to know what are you gonna do. And sometimes I told to people, if you are going to design a magazine, are you going to buy your magazine? This magazine gonna be good for you, gonna
be interested, like
bring you some knowledge, gonna bring you something, no? So you have to think about this question about what the aspects gonna be differentiate these things, no? And after, when you define what you're gonna do, you have to think a lot in profundity about the target. When I say the target, is not only the years old, as the people know. It's the
like,
target.
I want to target a 20-something, or like it's not.
Yes, it's not only this. Yeah. It's very complicated. It's the target audience, like it's the personality. If the people are gonna be fashion, if the people are gonna be ecologic, if the people, it's the lifestyle. No, you have to choose the parameters. You're gonna how do you say, like point off, no? You're gonna values.
Give it some value, yeah. That, I think this is there's a good thing from Claudia here. Is this something you will love?
Yeah, something you will love, but something that love the people, that can serve for the people. So you have to think about the nationality, about the sex, about the type of person. If it's for a homosexual, or if it's for heterosexual, or if it's an urban magazine, or if it's a rural magazine, the city, the region, and all these parameters gonna help you to build the identity. To know the typography, to know the tone of your magazine, so, and when it's like, it's different if I read my magazine before to sleep, or a Sunday when I am with my family or with something like that. No, it's very different, and it's gonna change the format. For example, if I'm gonna sleep, I'm not gonna read a book like this with a format like this, no? With a spine like this. So now I'm gonna do where, I'm gonna say where. You have to think where you're gonna read this. It's, well, if it's in metro, like a little format, of if it's in your house, in a big table, you wanna share the knowledge and you wanna share the
proverbial
photographies.
Coffee table.
Exactly. Yes. Or if it's in work, you have to think with all the factors and all these parameters. After, why did you should publish this magazine now? Because as I said before, there is a lot of magazines, and I'm sure that if you design a magazine, there is another magazine that's talked the same you want to talk. So why you gonna be this? Why the people are gonna buy this and not the other one? No. So all this faction gonna determine the values of the magazine. So now I'm gonna show you some magazines.
And also something that I always think about with magazines is that some magazines I keep and some magazines I throw away right away.
Yes, and some magazine who has values. I'm sure that you have the lot of magazine at your home, and there is the magazine that you read back the Sunday that you love, or the other that it's back to your bed. It's important to have. For example, me, I've got a lot of magazine, and each magazine I've got values different from each one. I have the cook magazine, I have the fashion magazine, I have the unconventional magazine. I have all the people. It's like this, no? So
yes. How many magazines do you have in your home, Michael?
I keep all the ones about design.
All the ones about design.
Yeah.
How about you guys in the chat? Do you keep your magazines? We'll know.
The charger, Victoria.
My charger.
Yeah, we put it just for you. So.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Yes. Well, it's normally it's good. Okay.
All right. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, no problem. So I'm gonna show you like some magazine. For example, Ne. It's a new magazine about olfactive, about smells. It's the first one actually. Another mag. It's an edition from Days magazine. 341. It's a contemporary magazine. I don't know how it's pixeled. Yes, it's. I don't know how it's pixeled. Normally, it's not pixeled. But well, it's a game with Trump, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Sembleu, it's a magazine about tattoo that I want.
And these are all magazines. Oh no, these are magazines you reference to.
No, this is for showing you that the theme is very big.
Okay. Yes.
You have like a olfactive magazine. You have a tattoo magazine, and this is a magazine I'm inspiring me, like Colors magazine, Vice magazine.
Does Colors still exist? Because
Yes.
I remember it was in.
I think so.
In the very early 90s, and I even had Oliviero Toscani come to our school to have a talk.
You talk with him?
Yeah.
Oh,
he came to
very
our school to
interesting.
talk to us, and I remember buying the first Colors.
Yes, it's a very good reference, Oliviero Toscani. For who doesn't know him, it's very important. Days magazine, it's treats about unconventional contents. It was a very important source of inspiration for me. Dune magazine too, because the cover was with holographic paper and all the content was very cutting edge graphic design. It was very interesting. And this is some basic fashion magazine that's inspire all the people, I think.
Yes, because a lot of work goes into these. Because they're usually a lot of pages and they come out frequently. So
yes,
a lot of work.
That's it. So before to design a magazine, it's important to have a very efficient methodology of work. So before, as I told you, it's important to have 50% of the investigation, because if you don't have a good content, interesting content, your review, your magazine doesn't have interest. Even if the design is perfect and that sort of thing, no? After, you have to think about the naming, the logo. After we will see the factors and we will see example. After, we have to think about the format. So as I told you before, it's not the same format if it's before to sleep or if it's Sunday and something like that. The typography is very important. We will see that there is a lot of parameters to account now. The grid system, that's the basic parameters in editorial. And after that, you have to think about the identity, like the colors, the pictures, the composition. A magazine with pastel combination is not the same with saturated colors, no? So after you have that, like the identity, you have to do first, I advise, the navigation. Like, how do you navigate with the the book, the magazine, like page 1, page 2, the logo in the header of the magazine.
There are some rules there, right? Or
yeah, we will see this.
yes.
You can't. It's the position. The position is very important, no? And there is a magazine that are obligated to put the logo, but there are other that can break the boundaries. For example, for me, I break a little bit the boundaries. After you have to do the first report, it's gonna help you to structure all the magazine with the first report, and it's gonna help you to build the structure. For example, me with the first report.
What's the first report?
It's a report you gonna choose of a person. For example, for me, I've made a reportage about iris apfel, and for telling you, I was spending like 4 weeks in doing this report because I was building my composition, my grid, and after it was very easy to do the other reports. Okay. So in magazine you have like four report or 10. It depends of the page, no?
Okay.
After you have the other reports, and you have the spatial page that's help us to interact.
You mean reportage?
Yeah,
like
reportage.
Article.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it now. The first, like the main article.
Yeah.
And then all the other ones.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. The first can help you to build the other one.
Yes. I get it. It's the reports. It's
Yeah. Well, after you have to do a special page, the special page, it's the special page that interacts with the people. I will show you after what is it. And the index. And at hand, the claim, the logo, the cover, back cover, the cover of the other numero, like the identity. For example, each magazine has got the identity, for example, colors and all the stuff. And after, the paper, the binding method, the color ending. Okay, so we're gonna start with the naming. I'm gonna show you some things to have some inspiration. For example, toilet paper. That's a very important review. His name is toilet paper because you are gonna digest all the provocative image because all the image are disgusting, are a little bit weird. So you're gonna digest this, and toilet paper is the digest process of this thing, no?
Okay.
And the art director is very important. It's Pier Paolo Ferrari that I advise all the people to know. And this is a logo. For example, I show you that you can introduce the logo with the image. For example, Madrid is a national magazine about Madrid, and all the time do this. ID magazine, like if you see, all the people have got something in front of his eye. It's the identity, no? It's a combination. It's with the logo and the photo. Bear magazine, V Culture magazine. The gentleman woman that's used like geometric typography because the target is very young, you know. All the things I talked before now. Interview, like script.
Interview. That's Andy Warhol's magazine, right?
I don't know actually.
I think Andy Warhol started Interview. Yes.
Okay. So. Okay, quite difficult to. We're gonna.
Do you need a mouse or?
Yeah, you can do this.
Thank you. So, as my magazine, it's a magazine that we're gonna read like when we're gonna.
Can you just repeat the art director's name that you mentioned that everybody should know?
It's got Pier Paolo Ferrari, I think so. Yeah. Yes, that's it. If you want, I repeat something. You tell me.
In the chat. That's what the chat is here for.
Yeah. It's okay.
Alejandro says, genau, Andy hat sie gemacht.
Okay.
I don't know why in German, but
So now I'm gonna do the things. So the format is gonna be 21 to 27 centimeters. Why? Because I'm not gonna read my magazine in the metro. I'm not gonna read before to sleep. I'm gonna take pleasure to read it.
So it's a little bit shorter than an A4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The columns, I put 7 with a distance of 5 centimeters.
Millimeters.
Millimeters. Sorry.
No, that's.
I always think that it's important to put a large, medium, because I love a space, big space. In theory, I'm gonna put 30.
You can actually also pre-visualize if you click on the pre-visualization.
Maybe
you get a blank page and it shows you exactly what you're doing.
It's true.
And this is so useful just to get an idea of what you know.
Yeah. So as I told you before, it's important to let like the header more bigger than the footer. The interior, it's the spine. It's the spine. So I'm gonna put 13. Imagining that there is a lot of page, no?
There's no bad luck with 13.
No, I think no.
No, it's in Italy it's 17. What is it in Spain? The number 17 is bad luck in Italy. In France, number 13 is bad luck, no?
Yes, that's it. And all the 13 day, I've got a bad day.
Yeah, it's like in airplanes, there is no row 13.
The Friday 13.
That, yeah. In hotels, there is no floor 13. Did you notice that?
No.
Yeah. Next time you're in a large hotel, check it out. There's never a floor 13.
Yes?
Yes.
I don't know. Good anecdote. Okay. Alors, something that all the people forgets, it's the adaptation, no? The word is adaptation, no? How do you say the
I tell you what, I'm gonna open InDesign as well, and because
it's the margin that you left.
Bleed.
the bleed, yeah,
Thank you, Sean.
and maybe yeah, because this is the Spanish version of
Yeah.
yes. What it means?
Bleed, like a...
What is
It's
it?
the distance.
Sangrado.
Whether-
Does it have the word blood in it?
Yeah, sangrado. Like
Like the margin
the sangrado.
en dehors de...
That's blood for sure.
The bleed.
Spanish.
The bleed.
The bleed. Okay.
Thanks, Stefan. Okay. So normally it's 3 minimum, and you can let 5 with if it's for example a visit card. But me for the magazine 3 it's perfect. No.
Do you use the slug?
What is the slug?
The slug is the last one.
No, I don't use to.
Anotaciones.
Anotaciones.
Yeah, that's a slug.
I have to use it? Never.
You don't have to, but
No.
you know, especially in magazines, we tend to use it to leave information about the folio or who designed the page. You know, like stuff that that people can look at, but it doesn't get printed.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yes. Well, me, I never had
Never used
the
it. Okay.
occasion to use
Only
it.
bleed and no slug.
Okay, so 3 millimeters. Why I do this? The blood, sangre, blood. Why I do this? Because one day I print, like if I put a photography, I'm gonna put like this photography here. Up.
Would you like a mouse or?
Maybe no.
Yeah. Do we have a mouse?
It's little. If I want slowly, no, with the light. Okay, so if I get the image here, it's gonna be printed. Thank you. Perfect. It's gonna print it like here. Bad. Very bad. So if I do this and this. Well, in the limits.
Yes. Or you can go out the limits. It doesn't
I'm
matter.
not gonna have the problem, no?
No.
So, okay. Alors, how do you say this? The maestra?
The master pages?
The master pages. Okay, so the master pages, it's important to do the navigation. So, what I'm gonna do is to do the navigation for all my magazine. So, wait. Okay. So, up. Texture. Oops. Pictograms. Okay. Maybe it's here. Why it doesn't function? Ah, okay, it's here. Okay, this is a glyph I want to use for putting more attractive my navigation. Up. I'm gonna align to the right. Okay, this is Giza typeface. It's a modern typeface that it's good for my values. No,
They're asking what's the name of the magazine we're doing. Is it the Night Shift?
it's free.
Oh.
Free, yes, because because it has a position with freedom. Freedom to wear, freedom
Okay.
to be, freedom of expression. Okay?
It's free.
Yeah. So now alors, the computer it's quite slowly with the live. Okay? It's not
Oh, really?
a little bit, yes. I don't know if it's normally it's not my computer because before I use it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do. Alors, Adobe Caslon, it's a very
Classic.
yeah, but it's good to read. How do you say?
It's very legible.
Legible. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna do that. Okay. And I'm gonna. I don't know why it's slowly. I'm gonna put it like here for the moment. For example,
Maybe because other applications are open. Maybe if you close Photoshop. Do you need Photoshop now?
for the moment, no. Oops. I forget. Maybe it's this.
Maybe it's this that took a little bit of memory.
Okay.
Yes, Helen, it's a French accent because you are French but live and study in Barcelona.
That's it.
Europe, so cosmopolitan.
Okay. And now I'm gonna do the same here. Like putting my
Glyph.
glyph. Okay.
No count zero. I'm actually from Switzerland, but I've been living in Italy for 20 years, which makes me basically half Italian.
Pictogramas. And I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, not Poland, not Germany.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is to put more big that I didn't do for the other one. And up. Okay, and now I'm gonna do the free. No? Like I'm gonna explain you why I'm writing this now. Okay. Very. Okay. Okay, seems to be good.
Ciao Alberto Zanardo. Ci sono anche italiani nella chat. So Helen, she's putting in these glyphs as a decorative element, as part of a running title. She's putting them on a master page, so
yes,
they will appear on all of the pages.
It's part of the identity, no?
Mm-hmm.
My glyph. My queens. Okay.
Is it more responsive now?
More, not so much. I don't know why, eh?
Can you go full screen with the application so we get more? You know,
yeah.
we see a lot of your background there.
Ah, okay.
There we go.
Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna put the page number, or maybe it's not the final position. Maybe.
But that's the cool thing about master pages is that because they apply on all the pages automatically, and you can go and change them at any time. So
that's it.
Master pages are the smart objects of InDesign.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do...
Oh, there is Count Zero. There's a Night Shift magazine. And it's not ours. Ah.
Up. Okay. Up. You know, it's very... I don't know why. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna put text, insert special characters, markers, oops. Text, special characters, markers, okay.
And,
White, I think.
Give it another try, and
I'm gonna do with this.
Yes.
Actual page.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's Oxford's music magazine, The Night Shift. Okay.
Okay. So now I have, for example, the page 3, the page 2, no? And on the left, I'm gonna write every time the name of the section. For example, free report or free reportage. You tell me.
Article.
Free article. It's quite ugly, no?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna select it because it's blocked it with Shift and CMD. Okay. And for example, free report. It's okay or no? Yeah. Nice. Now on the right, excuse me, I'm gonna write the name of the report. And today I'm gonna begin with a report of our director and photographer called Armin Bormach. I'm gonna show you the name after to write it. So I'm not gonna write a free Armin Bormach because it's quite ugly, no? Donc Armin Bormach. Okay. Now I've got my navigation now, and I see that here the spacing between the glyph and the text is quite bad, so I'm gonna correct it if it won't be more fast. Okay. So now I have the first things, that navigation. Alors, the important things before to make an article, it's to make a great aperture. Okay, so it's like a movie. It's like, for example, an advertising in YouTube, for example. The 15 first second has to be very attractive to see all the trailer.
Yes.
No? So it's the same with the magazine. The first page have to be so attractive, no? Okay, so
Eugene is asking about the ratio of the page.
What is the ratio?
Because there's different ways of creating the page. Maybe you use the golden section to create the pages and how the grid flows into it. But in this case, I think it was pretty random. It was like 210 by 270 to give it a format.
The format you told about. Well, it's the same format I use for my magazine free, because I told you before that I continue my magazine to explain you something now. But if you want, for example, to I don't know, there is a lot of format, but if you have a little format that you are in the metro, you have to look and to test in the paper, no? And this is the small, you can read before to sleep, or this, for example, I have some example if you want to see. Okay, I show you some example of size. For example, V magazine, it's a very big size because it's got very important and powerful photographies, and there is a lot of important art directors. So the format gonna be very big now. Antidote magazine, it's a very good magazine that at this. It's between a book and between a magazine. Like, it's a magazine, but it seems to be a book.
Okay.
So as the user gonna read it as it's in home, it's gonna be very big, like maybe 22 to 29 or 30 maybe. And all the things you have to think about now and mind, that's it. So now up.
Well, Munir, it's a good question. Is it easy or difficult to learn InDesign if you have a good background in Photoshop or Illustrator? Of course, having a good background in Photoshop and Illustrator is important because, you're already familiar with all the menus and how panels work and how the applications work generally. InDesign is really the application of choice when you have more than one page. And it's a good example here, what Victoria is doing. She's using things like in master pages and elements that will appear on all of the pages. So basically, as soon as you have more than anything that folds into a book or a flyer or things like that, even flyers that have a front and a back, I would advise InDesign for that because it really has all the tools for layout. I always talk about InDesign like being a container, because that's where all your illustrations from Illustrator, all your photos or images from Photoshop end in, and InDesign can handle them all very well for print. So it's not easy to learn. There's a lot of courses. Even the InDesign help is really, really useful to learn the software. But like with all professional software, and I repeat, this is where when we talk about Adobe software, especially from the Creative Cloud, such as Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, Premiere, After Effects, Audition, these are all professional applications. So they have depth to them, and therefore it does take time to learn.
Something I want to explain you. If I put my image like this, you always have to care about if it's symmetrical, or because all the time, for example, the color, you're gonna have some surprise when you have to print. For example, me, I always put my image like this, but I never look before if it's converted in Semeika in Photoshop. And all the time, like for example in the red, in the impression it was very bad red, no? And in the RGB.
But you could preview that, right? In InDesign, you can go to View, Proof Setup, and you can preview it in CMYK.
Yeah.
The document, because I'm actually, and many of you in the chat who come to the stream regularly, I'm an advocate of the RGB workflow, because an RGB image contains the most color information that the image can have.
But
if you change
can't
it,
print after.
yes, you can.
Yeah,
because
it's converted.
But if you have good control over how you preview the work, how you send the PDF to the client or the printer, you have so much more control with RGB. But anyway, that's
So this is like, for example. Okay. Yes.
Somebody's asking, why not CC 2017?
2017. Yes, it's good.
No, because
it's
Photoshop CC 2014. They have a very, very keen eye.
Ah.
The OS maybe.
I thought you were speaking about the format, the size of the magazine.
No.
No, it's just the version of Photoshop.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's linked
to the machine.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do.
Yes, Jackie, absolutely. Printers don't print in RGB. They will always print in CMYK. What I'm saying is that the longer you keep RGB in your workflow, the more control you have over color. And the conversion from RGB to CMYK is always something that I do at the very, very end. RGB for the win. That's right, she's in.
After I will show you stuff. Okay. I'm selecting the background. This is a thing that all the people can do. It allows you to improve your images, to take a source from internet, and all the time you can change the background and things like that, no? So what I'm gonna do is to clean my pictures. I will do it after, maybe, because I prefer to show you the reports and the time is gonna be fast. Okay, so what is important in an aperture? First of all, it's the title. It has to be very big, no? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play with the structure. So I'm gonna make a rounded title. Oops.
Oh, a title on a text on a path.
Yeah. So. Okay. Then I'm gonna put it in my cooperative typeface, which is Giza. Why I choose Giza? Because it's a modernist, it's a modern typography. It's a display, so I can't use it for body text because it functions with only great
like large letters.
Yeah. Okay. And up. show you if my computer. Okay. Oops. Yeah. The mouse make me.
Yes, it's a bit laggy because we're streaming your screen.
Yeah.
So maybe tomorrow we can try something else.
Yeah.
Like another computer.
You think so?
Maybe.
Wow.
That's Victoria freaking out.
Okay. So one other important parameters you have to think about, it's a title all the time have to be compact. So I'm gonna reduce that we called the tracking.
Oh, somebody's asking a facetious question. Modern font, modern looks different to me. But this is a modern font,
Yeah.
right?
Normally, yes.
Yes, because it's been
Like
designed.
Dido.
Yeah, modern modern would be like
Because-
1900s,
What?
20th century, 21st century.
This is a contemporary.
Contemporary, yes.
font. But for me, a modern typeface is when you have a lot of contrasts and the values that transmit. It's the femininity, the glamorous, the elegance.
Yeah, look at the
it's
H,
like the
for
Dido,
example,
no?
and the A. Yeah.
And you have a lot of contrast with the line, no? So what I'm gonna do is to reduce the tracking to make something more compact, okay? And that I told you before, I'm gonna put the image in the bleed.
In the bleed, yes.
Bleed. Yeah.
You said it in German.
Ah.
In the blood, in the blood, but yeah, blood.
Yeah.
In the bleed.
And always I'm gonna care with the grid system all the time. I don't care. Voilà. Now this is the principal title. Okay. Maybe we're gonna center it more to the right. And after I'm gonna introduce who are Morbach. So I'm gonna put a subtitle.
It's funny how when the conversation goes to that RGB and CMYK workflow, it goes on and on and on and on in the chat.
Okay. Okay, and you have to know that more the body is big, more the typography is big, less the leaning has to be. It's good talked. Yes.
Sorry, say again.
More the body is.
Yes.
More big the body is, less the leaning has to be. The leaning is the space between the lines.
The leading.
Leading. excuse
Leading.
me.
It comes from lead, like
Okay.
le plomb.
Okay. So, okay, now. Maybe tomorrow we have to change the computer, right? Because it's very, very big. And maybe I don't have the time to do all the things.
Or you have a beast.
A beast? What is the beast?
It's a beast.
The fastest.
The fastest computer.
Okay, perfect. So I will give you all my
Files.
photographies
Yeah.
and something like that, no?
Tomorrow morning. Or you send me an email.
Okay. you know.
Pardon?
You see, like, well, even if with the colors, it's
it's
okay.
it's a refresh thing.
Please, Ali baby.
Yes, Trave, I can speak German. And as a matter of fact, very interestingly, next week we're gonna have a 3-day stream exclusively in German. So how many of you in the chat are from Germany or from German-speaking countries like Switzerland or Austria that might want to join next week? Because we're going to have some very cool guests from Germany, and we're going to be streaming here from Paris, but in German. So if you're German and you would like that, let me know in the chat. We're going to have Sebastian Omnufstak. We're going to have Yvonne Moser. Sebastian will do some posters. Yvonne will work on packaging design. And then I also have Heme Ulrich coming from Switzerland, who's actually an InDesign expert, and will have over the 3 days we'll have a crash course in InDesign in German. And then we also have let me see. Lara Wilken, who just graduated. She's a student from Germany, and she won the Red Dot Award for her thesis, and she will be showing us everything about making a book cover design. No, there will be no subtitles. It'll be exclusively in German. So, this is what I was talking about. Yes.
Yes, I was like doing this grid system.
Yes.
Very simple to place my secondary information. It's to better. It's for how do you say this?
Yeah,
the height gonna look directly at the information without having problem, no? So this was like, you have a lot of grid system, and this was the most simple ever, but now the photo looks more clean, no? That's why I was retouching my photo in Photoshop, this one, but I will do after. So now I have this. I'm gonna introduce the collection called Pandemonia, which is a doll. I use it for my magazine because it's very eccentric, very original, not to use a lot to rediscovering fashion. So, allez baby.
You can make it.
Please, wake up. Okay, now I wake up. Okay, so now. Hi, baby.
Yes, Trave, I'm going to be hosting the stream in German, and I'm going to be joined by Sinja, who also works for Adobe in Germany. She's going to be joining me here on stream. And it's going to be here on adobelive.com, of course. Do you use layers in your workflow sometimes, Victoria?
If I lose, yes, but when now I'm doing this like impulsively, so I'm not gonna use layers today, no? In Illustrator, it's better to have layers, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm gonna do an attractive aperture that I told you before. So maybe up. And I'm gonna always play with my grid. No? Like always put my image on the grid.
That's the cool thing about grids. It's not so much a how can I say, it's called a grid, so it sounds like it's something that you have to force elements into, but it's really a help. It's a lot of help, especially when you have to do many pages, because it cuts away a whole bunch of decisions that you have to make on where to place things. And plus, when you use a grid, and I typically also use a horizontal grid. I don't know if you do that as well. Like you have the vertical grid, but I also usually put like a horizontal grid in it too, so that everything looks very.
But not all the time. Like yes, I do, but not in all the page. So this is the text I select for you, and all the text is the same body to help you to show you how can I do for differentiations. For example, this is an inspiring quote. To differentiate, you should let the looks inspire you. So I'm gonna put it on my aperture.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe if you go to view, there, you can put it to, is it?
Aumentar?
No. Wait, let me just see where it is. View. There's where is it? Display performance. Do you have display performance?
Screen mode, yes.
No, rapida, no. No, let's leave it like that.
Yes.
So it's not that, yeah.
Rapida, it's when the picture are
yeah. No.
Yeah. So.
Yes, we will be having a contest very soon, Rebecca.
Alors, the inspiring quotes. It's like an intro. It's not an introduction, but it's like a subquote.
Okay.
You can say a subquote.
Yes.
So the subquote has to be bigger than the body text, but not too bigger too. What I'm gonna do? Maybe 18 or 19. I'm gonna see after now. Okay. After.
Daphne Lee is correcting your copy. Editor-in-chief, not chef editor.
Okay. My computer, it's not possible.
Just a little bit of patience. We'll make it.
Yeah, but okay. So as you can see, I'm gonna reduce the tracking. Okay. Mm-hmm. One thing I hate is to separate.
Yes.
Okay.
To hyphenate.
Hyphenate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And one thing that's gonna help me to build my page, if my computer wants, it's the grid. Mostrar estructura.
Yeah, let's show it on the side. Estructura. Let's see.
No, that's
not the one you were looking for, I don't think.
No. A ver. Mostrar que, okay. Show the basic. How do you say in English? Show the basic reticle.
Ah, yes. The grid.
Okay. So you can.
This is actually based on the line, spacing. Yes.
You can change the parameters. Me, for example, it begin at the head image at 0 and 12 points. I think it's gonna be great. I will change if it's not good. Okay.
somebody's saying yes. In a magazine production, you would then have style sheets and libraries and all of the elements that you reuse.
We're
of
gonna
course.
see it after, yes.
Yes, this is something we're going to be working on. But right now, what we're doing is really define what the magazine is. Therefore, creating the first article, and then and then start from there.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do more fast if my computer wants. Okay. So after, I'm gonna put another inspiring quote about Armin Bormach, about the secret of the look of the woman.
Okay.
And it's a secondary information, so I'm gonna reduce the text. But as I told you before, I can't use the modern typography, which is display font, with little typography. So what I'm gonna do is to put my cooperative typeface with it at Adobe Creative Pro, because it's very legible, and it's gonna be okay with my...
Yeah, there's this rule that, like fonts that like serif fonts are more legible than sans serif fonts,
Yes.
especially on paper and smaller sizes.
Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be okay. And now I'm gonna play doing maybe...
Well, usually you Transilian, that's a good question. What is the baseline grid for? Usually it's a grid you can actually, in a paragraph style, you can say, instead of using the normal line spacing that comes that manually have to set, you can actually tell the text to stick to the baseline grid, and that can be useful sometimes. And you can even have baseline grids specific to your text box. So it's an interesting way of formatting text very quickly. Well, what's the smallest font that can be readable when printed? I think that also depends on the font itself. Like maybe very small type is you'd rather have some sans serif font because it doesn't bleed into each other. But yeah, it's all depends on the font. And saying that 6-point is readable is not necessarily true, because maybe there's a specific font that 6-point is already too small, or it gets just unreadable. So that really depends on the font and on what you want to achieve. Now you can change the size of baseline grids. You can change them to whatever you need. Oh, a lot of repetition there.
Yeah. I'm gonna create some rhythm.
Create the rhythm.
The rhythm.
We're creating the rhythm here on the night shift with Victoria.
Okay.
Can you feel the rhythm?
This is too much. And what I love to do is to create contrast with the colors. For example, I think the blue and and the red, it's gonna be a good contrast.
Ah, so you're just replacing some of the pictures?
Yes, I create before the grid, and after, if I can,
I disagree, Helen, that the page is chaotic. I don't think so at all. I think it follows the grid. I love this zigzag in between the images. I think it worked really well.
You don't like this bit, okay.
No. Helen says it's chaotic, but I disagree.
Okay.
Can you talk a little bit about the illustrations, where they come from?
It's another director like Armin Morbich that make a lot of photographies, and he tries to make art with this photography. So he like a photography a doodle. I saw typography is chaotic. What you advise me, maybe?
We have a lot of art directors in the...
Okay, so I'm gonna continue. This is my aperture.
Yes.
Well, now I don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna, if I have the time, I will better the structure, like the space is not the same now. But I prefer to show you more, and either to be perfectionist now. So now I made the aperture. I'm gonna introduce the article. So first, I'm gonna put an introduction of the artist.
Okay.
What is this artist? It's a photographer, it's a designer, it's a makeup artist, it's a hair cutter. So I'm gonna Do you have a link of my badge?
I can find that.
Okay, thank you. I have this website. Okay, so I have a secondary typography cooperative type first. What I'm gonna do, it's maybe 15 or maybe 14. Okay.
Here you go.
So now I have the introduction of my protagonists. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the interview. So all the body text now. And oops. I will see the parameters to change the typography after doing my system. No, after composing, I will show you how to modify this chaotic typography because I did.
Oh no.
Well, this is chaotic because I didn't change. So for the moment, I'm just gonna put okay that I used to do is to generate the body text in 3 columns because I can for example I can have 2 columns, no?
Yes.
And if it was 4, I couldn't. So now I do this. Okay. So.
Paul Trani is back. Oh, but you weren't here before. Paul Trani is on my team. So he just came into the chat. Hi, Victoria and Rufus.
Hi.
And Emerson Blanco Rodriguez says saludos.
It's my friend actually. It's a very good designer. Okay, so if my computer runs, my body text, I'm gonna put it on my typography.
What font did you choose?
Adobe Caslon. That's
okay, the Caslon.
Before, and it's a body text, so I'm gonna put it more later. It's better. 8 points. It's more for the caption, but for to be legible, I'm gonna put between 9 and 10.
Oh yes.
So I'm gonna put 9.3, and more the typography is little, more the leading has to be big. So I'm gonna put maybe 12. Gonna try, or maybe 11. It's 11, it's okay. Okay. After what I'm gonna do, this is the title of the question. I'm gonna put more big, like 10, and in bold.
So it sticks out as something different.
Yeah. And I'm gonna let some space, like 3 in every questions.
And normally you would create a paragraph style for that?
After I will create it when I make all the parameters, and that's why I wanted to show you, because there is a lot of parameters. My computer is very bad.
Oh yes, we have a glitch on the background. How come?
Oh, what's going on?
What's going on? That's is there a specific color on your page?
No.
But can you turn off the baseline grid?
Yeah. Oh, what's going on?
Yes, it's the glitch. It's the glitch. It's the ring video filter. That's right.
Oops.
Is it?
I didn't do nothing.
Okay. Why don't you save for a second?
Yeah.
Slender Man, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna just unplug it, and plug it back in. So let me just go to the front camera, and let's just unplug it for a second.
Like
The video. Okay, and back in.
you see?
Yeah. I know.
Hi.
And also, what I'm going to do is change the resolution of your screen. Just a second. Oh no! Could you put it back in?
Yeah. Maybe it's gonna work. I hope.
Because you see now we go down. But let me just put this back to écran intégré. Okay. All right. Let's move back. No, still doing it. All right. We broke the internet. That's right. How can we do that? I'm gonna call Michael and see if we can do something about that, because I'm not sure. Let's go back here. Have this calm image now without any flickering.
I read all the comments actually. There is
right.
bad and positive comments.
Okay. What about the bad ones?
Like my typography is chaotic, or
No.
like space and paragraph doesn't function together. I'm here to advise, but I wanna... Let me finish my things, no?
Yes. Stay here and watch. If we can watch. Let me just... Let's call Michael. And
so bad.
No worries, we'll figure this out. Oh!
Yeah?
Boom!
Woo!
We're back in the game.
Yeah. So...
Yes, we got this, Brandon, we got this.
Yeah. So I was stalling that... It's okay.
We had some very weird flickering going on.
Okay.
We're using the CPU. Where was the flickering?
It was the whole white area was flickering.
Okay, so that's GPU's.
Okay, it's always better to determine the paragraph, whereas to have the enter. So I'm gonna put 2 millimeters in each pegging of the...
Oh, yes. So, what I want to know, we're gonna do a giveaway now. And we're gonna give away a print of one of the works that will be produced during this 3-day stream on graphic design. We don't know which one yet, but it'll be great. What I want to know in the chat is the name of the photographer that Victoria is doing an article on.
Armin Morbach.
No.
What?
It was my question.
I'm very clumsy.
Okay, but they need to write it. They need to write it correctly. All right.
Sorry, people.
You got this, Michael. Okay. All right. So in the chat, the name of the photographer that that we're doing an article on here in Adobe InDesign. All right. And we have an automated system. We don't choose the winners. We have an automated system called Nightbot. And Nightbot will choose somebody from the chat that has the right answer. And bear in mind that those of you who are subscribed to the Adobe Creative Cloud YouTube channel have 5 times more chances. You quintuple your chances to win. So if you're watching this on adobelive.com, like you should be, there's a button at the bottom left of the screen that lets you subscribe. No, or maybe on the bottom right. I don't know, at the bottom anyway, that lets you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So, yeah, Transilian says, Victoria won the giveaway. Because you said the answer.
Ah, yeah. Because I was like, I don't know, I didn't understand the questions, maybe.
No problem.
It's quite funny.
We got that, we got that.
Maybe you can ask for another question.
No, we have another question before the end, before the night shift ends, for somebody who will win a Creative Cloud subscription. All right, so let's ask Nightbot to give us a winner. And
Sonic something.
Sonic SKJ. Sonic SKJ, you won the giveaway, and we will be sending you a very fine print of one of the works that has been produced during these 3 days of our live stream. So please put in your Twitter handle, your Facebook name, your Skype ID or whatever inside of the chat so that we can contact you outside of here. All right, and to send you all of the instructions you need to claim your prize. All right.
You see?
Yes.
Like,
we will have that fixed tomorrow, Victoria. Don't worry. It is very annoying. Sonic SKJ. And Rob Zilla is in the house as well. We are streaming for another 40 minutes, Helen. There we go. Oh, Instagram? I don't know. Can you send direct messages on Instagram? I don't think so, Sonic SKJ. You need to give us something else. Something where we can contact you.
Okay, so this, for example, it's a quote. I put it on this 22 and 26 because it's the it's like an appointment, a sub quote, no?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I think it's called a pull quote.
The pull quote, maybe.
Because you pull it out of the text, maybe.
Maybe, and then now I have the texts. I'm gonna create my composition with my photographies. So. Okay. He doesn't want to take my photography. Like, it's very slow. Look.
Yes. Never mind. It went like this today. We do everything a little bit slower. Tomorrow we'll put the turbo on, okay?
Yeah.
It'll be so fast that...
So bad. Allez, baby. And now it's the catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
C'est catastrophique.
Alright, Sonic SKJ, thank you. We've got your Twitter handle now. Very good.
Oh no.
I think Moonlight Productions, I think using, it depends. Like there's, like in this case, she's using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns, which is an uneven number of columns. So there's two things. If you use a even number of columns, it's actually more balanced and safer and...
It doesn't function now?
No?
No. Like it's very weird.
Okay, close the window and.
It's a problem of Finder now.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's try it again. And basically, and Victoria here is using 7 columns, which gives this unbalanced feeling to the.
Now it functions, but. Yeah.
But nothing is frozen. Oh, there we go. Okay. So yes, back to the columns. So here we have 7 columns, which gives a little bit more rhythm to the page, which gives more, it's less safe. And I wouldn't say that that she's using too many columns or too few. I think 7 is just perfect for this type of magazine because it gives it this edge. It gives us this unbalancedness that we need to convey the feeling of free magazine, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's better. You can play more, no? If you do this. Okay.
Yes, Diego, that's something that could be done. We put all of the images in a library and we pull them from there. But in this case, that's Victoria's workflow. And no, Brandon, we're not using the newest MacBook Pro. This is tomorrow. Tomorrow we will use the Mac Pro. We will, quit Chrome in Photoshop. It wouldn't help. It's not that the problem. Right, Tisin? 777. The style of unbalance, yes. And that's actually a very simple rule. Like even number of columns makes it very balanced. Uneven number of columns gives it a little bit more edge. Yeah, the lines, you don't see them. Basically, they're just there to guide you. That's why they're called guides. But yeah, typically we use these guides in the very first parts of the layout. Just to place things very quickly, and that's why these are so useful to place things quickly. Like doing something without these grids or guides would be you would have to take too many decisions, really, and every page would look different. Using a grid, it actually makes sure that all of the pages have a same kind of look and feel. And Johan C, we're actually streaming every second week. All right, so here on AdobeLive.com. And for those of you who are in Germany, next week, February 14, St. Valentine's Day, I'm gonna be streaming in German for 3 days. So that's gonna be super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, the current MacBooks are just great for Adobe software. They work just fine. And I think like designing a magazine page is a lot about composition. It's like deciding where to put the things and where with the balance.
It's a lot playing with the typography, the colors, and all the stuff to create a good composition. That's how you can see I'm always moving the stuff, but I think that's the best. For me, I have a keen eye for editorial because it's for me it's the best part to do a composition with elements of graphic design now, and it's like you have learned all the principles of design and you happily with the photography, the colors and all the stuff now.
So you hit W to hide the guides? What was it?
Yeah. But I'm not sure.
The chat is saying, don't stress, Victoria. Don't stress. It's all okay.
Yeah,
it's the night shift, so things are.
I'm. Actually, this is all my friends like Sonia Sanchez and Emma. Hola, babies. Okay, now what I'm gonna do? Maybe I'm gonna add another pictures. I'm gonna try to add another picture. Okay. This is very weird and eccentric. I love it's open-minded society.
Yeah, and I mean, like
It's
page
the
design. Page design is also a lot about about your own style, about what your influences are really. But like with everything in life, it comes with experience. It's all decisions you make. It looks like you make them on the fly, but it's also decisions that you've done it before and you don't want to do it again, or you want to try something new. So it's a design activity.
That's it. Well, it's all question of trying now.
Yes.
Okay, for the moment it's quite chaotic.
I think Moonlight Productions, I think video training is really good, but I would start also with some of the tutorials that we have on adobe.com. So if you go to the help menu in InDesign and you go to the help pages, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Otherwise, I can also suggest maybe, lynda.com, which is now LinkedIn, which is now Microsoft. But anyway, if you look for lynda.com, you'll find some great tutorials there as well. And most are outdated. Yes, well, not on lynda.com. I think on Lynda, you actually, you have pretty much up-to-date information there. What do you think about white space? Do you like white space on your pages?
Yeah, I love. Okay. But maybe there is too much.
Wally Conductor, that's a good idea. There's a lot of Max presentations as well. I'm sure they're full of good tips and tricks. Actually, Johan C, I think Sebastian, for his poster design next week, he will be using some Cinema 4D to create something in 3D for his posters.
Okay, just one thing. There is something that how do you say me dérange?
That bothers you.
That bother you. It's
the slowness of your computer.
Oh well. After that, It's the things, no? That is not centered.
Yes.
So
it's called ragged text.
I'm gonna justify my text, even if the position is not the hand, but it's bothering me a lot. So I'm gonna put the 3 columns, and I'm gonna justify it for the moment to the left. But as you can see, there is parameters to take account when you do this. There is a lot of white space, very bad here, here, that you have to care about. How can I do to change this space quicker? No? So I'm gonna select all the things, and I'm gonna go to the paragraph and justification, which I can put the parameters, no?
Yes.
So it's better to be, for example, in front of the text, of this text, and see. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna test things. You see the changements or no? Like, for example,
maybe yes. Go remove previsualizar.
Yes.
And then remove it, and so we can really see what's happening to the text, and it becomes cleaner. Yes. So yes, so these are very, very subtle changes, but they make all the difference, because these white things that you see inside of a paragraph are called rivers, and this is something that you do not want to see in a paragraph. It makes your eyes bleed, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's parameters you have to care about when you do editorial, no? Maybe. Okay, now it's quite bad. Maybe.
Yes, techno gap. I mean, designing a magazine in Illustrator is hell, because you don't have the tools needed for page numbering, running titles, all of these things that multiple page documents have, and that's what InDesign is for. And yes, these parameters, the justification parameters that Victoria has just changed, really depend on what font is being used. Also, the language of the text, like German is typically longer words, English is shorter words. So it really depends. Whatever is visually pleasing.
And now, I think, imagine I determinated this typography parameters. I'm gonna create styles. So as I told you before, there is body text, there is introduction, there is interview, there is subquotes. That's why I talked to you before of these things, and I'm gonna create some parameters of styles. Hello Noemi, it's my best friend.
Okay.
from my city. So what I'm gonna do, it's select and create a style that I'm gonna call body text, no? For example. And this one I'm gonna call, after I can change the parameters, but I'm gonna call intro. Okay. So, and now I'm gonna explain you some things. Like, you can see here is a very bad white. I show you now.
The double space?
yeah, you see all the whites. This is arrows. You can see more if you close the eyes. It's like a diameter, no?
But is it two spaces?
Yes, here between the
comma
also and the comma and one. You have to be careful of this. And I think the name it's kerning.
Yes.
But I'm not sure because maybe kerning is between two letters and not between letters. So, but it's not tracking too. So
no, it's kerning between space and a letter.
Yes. So you can do Alt CMD and the arrow from the left. Okay.
And change the kerning a little bit.
Yes. But it's possible to do here if it's too much or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually that's not the kerning right there. That's the let me see.
But normally it's the kerning when you change manually just one space, no?
Yeah, it's the kerning. Yes, absolutely.
And the tracking, it's all the
letters.
The letters. Like okay. And maybe this. Okay.
Do you ever use optical kerning?
Yeah, a few times, yeah. Okay, so now I have this. Okay. Now I think about maybe.
Well, welcome, Bobby Douglas. Proud newborn member of the Adobe community.
I'm gonna try something. Okay.
So yes, Anastasia, there are no set parameters. You should really always adjust them optically. It depends on the font, on the type size. It depends on a whole bunch of stuff. But it's really, I think Victoria said it quite well when you squint. When you squint at the text and see stuff that's weird, a paragraph should really be a gray area. Basically, that's when I was laying out stuff like magazines or books. When I was squinting, I was always looking for the grayness of the text. And whenever there was a hole in it, I knew there was an error and that I had to do something about it.
Between the questions and the answers, it's always better to let like space now. It's more clean. Okay, so now I change. Oops. What I have for the moment is this. Maybe I can do this and
William is asking, do you work with photographers or art directors when creating your layouts and looks and etc.?
I will love, but no.
Okay.
I'm a student, and if I will have the opportunity to work with photographer, I will love her. But for the moment, I'm just working and studying now. Okay, so now for the moment I've got this. Well, it's not ugly, but it's not very good too. I'm gonna show you some parameters now to put the image caption. Like the image caption, yes.
Yes.
So, for example, it's always better to put like first the title, then the artist, the photographer, and then at the last time the date, and then one line before after you can put the information source, like for example
where it comes from.
Yeah. Oops.
I'm just gonna move back a little bit. Diego, how do you work with tons of images in long documents, low res, and change all of them at the end before print? No. Right now, the applications actually allow you to link to high res images. It doesn't matter at all because the previews inside of the document will not make the document more heavy or whatever. So basically, they're linked. So don't bother making low res. Low res is so 90s. I remember when you had to have all these low-res images and then replace them just before print. There was even a name for that system. I don't remember. Anyway. And somebody's asking, what time do we start? Tomorrow. Clapton Eric. Yes.
Eric Clapton?
Yeah, Eric Clapton is in the chat. So, Clapton Eric, you can find all of this information on adobelive.com. There is a special tab just for you at the bottom right of the interface that says schedule, and you can see when things start and who's talking when, and we will have another 2 days. This is actually going to be the end of day 1 of our graphic design stream live from Paris, and we will still have tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday with more great content. Well, glad you're excited about InDesign, Munir. It's good to, that's what it's all about. And learn and share the knowledge, which you're doing right now.
I'm doing the caption.
No, you're sharing your knowledge right now. That's what I was saying.
Oh.
You are.
Okay,
right?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. What's your favorite typeface? Oof. Good question. I don't know. I like a lot the display typography. I like modern typography. Like, for example, yesterday I used Mercury. That's very good at the display now, but very classic too. I like Giza and all this glamorous typeface, Salome. But I don't have a favorite. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I have a favorite color, which is blue.
Blue.
Yeah, that is very important for me. And when I was little, it was purple, but that changed.
So you removed some red.
Yeah. Well, okay. And now what I'm gonna tell you is that if I want to put the information source, like the site internet, for example, this one, no? It's always better to put very little body, no? Like 7 or even 6, its function is 16, I think. But, for example, if it's a magazine, I want to promotion it, for example, the website, but I'm not gonna
say exactly where it's from. Yes,
HTTP and other stuff. I'm just gonna put this with a 7 points like this. Maybe it's better to centrate all the stuff. And
yes, we're gonna do the giveaway.
Yeah, we're gonna continue all this day, but for the moment, I will show you what we have doing today. Like this.
But before we do that, let's just do the giveaway very quickly.
Yeah.
So for this next giveaway, to win a 1-year subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud, I want everybody to write in the chat what Victoria's favorite color is. Morbach is spelled wrong. Where? Maybe in the caption. Maybe in the caption, Moorbach is spelled wrong. Somebody's checking your. Maybe in the caption of the image that you just did. But let's not copy proof your text right now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
I love to do a great combination of colors too, and I don't like when it's too much gray, so I'm gonna change the background with Photoshop of this photo fastly to have maybe better things. So
all right, I see a lot of. Oh, I even see the Spanish translation of your favorite color, so that's good. But that won't work for Nightbot because our
Emerson black.
because
I
that,
hate black.
Because Nightbot, our automated system, will now choose a lucky winner. And among all of you who have been participating here in the chat, and you've been so numerous over the last 8 hours we've been streaming here. So thank you, everybody. And let's see. Okay, let me see that. Come on, Nightbot, show it to me. Oh, here we go. Owen Clary. So Owen, what you need to do is to put here in the chat your Twitter handle, your Skype name, your Facebook page, whatever, so that we can contact you in private to give you the instructions of how to claim your 1-year Creative Cloud subscription. Wow. Congratulations, Owen. Yeah. RGB is your favorite color. Blue, yeah, you're late, Handaran, but we're back. We're gonna be back here on AdobeLive.com for the next 2 days, talking about graphic design with our esteemed guests. Let me just go back here to the schedule. Oh wow, just went away. And we're gonna have again tomorrow. We're gonna be working with Amanda Berglund from Stockholm and Eric Kirtley, also from Sweden, Stockholm, and then of course Tina Tooley and Victoria. So with Amanda, we are working on a series of poster. No, tomorrow is a new project for Amanda, and same thing with Eric, I think. And Tina will continue to work on her crazy interesting lettering project with cutout letters.
Amanda, she will rebrand Science magazine.
Oh yes, magazine graphic design. Like okay, and Eric will do identity graphic design.
A beer label.
A beer label, that's right. And Tina will do a poster, working on her poster with her letters, the cutout letters. Yes. Her 30 cutout letters for Illustrator's 30th anniversary, which is coming very soon. I think it's in March, right? 30 years of Illustrator. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. 30 years together with our friend Illustrator. And then, of course, we will continue again with Victoria Ivaldy.
Yeah.
Directly from Barcelona.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll continue to work on this magazine. Tomorrow we will have a much smoother experience. We're gonna set you up with a brand new Mac Pro computer.
Yeah.
Things will be so fast that you will not believe it. So yes, so we're streaming for the next 2 days here live on Adobe.com. If you're watching these videos and anything else on AdobeLive.com, you're missing out on the experience, because on the AdobeLive.com website you can subscribe to the YouTube, to the Creative Cloud YouTube channel. You can participate in the chat. You can look at the schedule, and you can access all of the replays. So if you've missed any of the streams today on our day 1 of graphic design on AdobeLive.com, well, they're all in here in the replays part. And yes, the last things with Victoria here. Doing some last minute placements?
It's okay. It's not at the same time, no?
No. It's everything you do appears 30 seconds later.
Okay.
That's what live streaming is all about, right?
Right. Perfect. For example, the text here. I can put it on another page. It's not obligated to put all the texts. The only thing I do now is to have a great composition. For the moment, I'm not very happy, but all the time I have to care about these parameters, and at least I can have a good composition. Maybe for the moment, this, for example, I don't like, but it begin to build, no?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I can really see the rhythm that you're getting to, and
yes, that's it.
and also the various types of messages, the pull quotes, the titles, the questions, the answers. Everything has its own
and something
own style.
Yeah, something.
So we're almost done.
Yeah.
Almost done.
It's a wrap-up.
Oh.
It's a wrap up. Yes. So yes, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up.
I told you just one thing. It's important after the introduction to put all the time who made the text and who made the photography. I think it's called maybe the appointments. I don't know. Text illustration from.
Yeah, just the author of the article.
Yeah.
And
I don't know
I don't know the exact name now.
What do you mean?
The credits.
Exactly, the credits.
Exactly. And we just found the credits because this is the night shift with Victoria and Rufus on day 1 of our live stream here on adobelive.com.
So for the 4 minutes, I hope you like what I'm doing, because the day after I will continue this magazine and with a better Mac, and I hope all the theoretical I give you and the reference.
The byline. Yeah, byline. Yes,
okay.
Byline. Yeah, that's even better than.
I hope all this reference I give you at first help you to design a magazine or a logo or naming or ever you editorial things.
All right, Victoria, what can I say? Thank you.
You're welcome.
For the first 2 hours of insight into magazine design, and I hope to see all of you again here with us live on adobelive.com. And
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
With a big computer.
We'll be back with a big computer for Victoria. So yes, she will have a totally different experience.
I will give you all my photo. Too.
Yes. All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. Have a good night.